Hello. How are we looking, everyone? How are you doing, of course, but can you see all of the stream and stuff okay? Make sure the camera's pointing at you. That's like stage one, isn't it? Make sure the other light comes on when you tell it to. And then, you should be cooking with gas. Hi, everyone. Hi, James. How's it going? Yeah, Marty. That's why he's not on Marty Cam anymore. He's behind the keyboards. So today, we're going to be trying out... Doesn't look like much on the table right now, but there will be, as we go exploring. Going to be trying out some Destinies. Audio video fine? Great. I'm glad. There were other technical malfunctions before we started, but it seems to all be doing it now. People coming in. Hi, Steve. Hi, Mikhail. Hi, Matt. All working good? Great. Does this work, though? No. Oh, yes. There's a bit of a delay, but yes, it worked. And I think when it makes noise, we'll be able to hear that as well. I don't know if I'll be able to hear it, but I think you'll be able to hear it. Destinies is an app-based game. This is a game about finding your destiny. This is a story-based game. In the base game, there is a standalone kind of tutorial story, which we've played, and then there are 4 stories that form part of a campaign. Now, in this campaign, there are different characters that you can be. So the same things will be out here when you play again. So you'll know where some of the stuff is. You probably won't go to all of it. You won't have a chance. You're trying to race to be the first to fulfill your destiny. Your destiny is based on who you are. So I've skipped ahead in the setup of this particular scenario that we're playing. I'm just playing the first scenario. So there will be some spoilers in this, but there's 4 big chapters in this. So the characters available, I think there was a soldier, a nun, and I've gone for the woodsman. So the woodsman's destiny, can you zoom in on my thing? Yes. Is this going to focus enough for you to see all of this? There we go. Some reason, putting your hand underneath it, it loves focusing on that. So here's who I am. It'll tell us about what the actual scenario is about in a bit. Some claim you're secretly a pagan, that you consort with witches and devils. Well, that last part isn't true. Devils are as much a part of the new faith that have corrupted the world as their god is. You know this is your moment to restore the old ways. If you could restore the old god to power, this valley would be his again. And again, he would protect his people from the ravages of the new god and devils alike. Each character... So I wasn't expecting that when I picked a woodman. But yeah, each character has 2 destinies they can try and fulfill. So as well as there being different characters with their own different goals, there are kind of mysteries as well. You know in broad strokes what you need to do. So for me to win this game, I've chosen one of the 2. So even if you play this again, and even if you play the woodsman in your particular game of it, then you could go for this other destiny that you might be able to see through that. I don't know. I can see through it here, but I know what it says as well. So I'm trying to make blood sacrifices for the old god. Kill 3 devils ravaging the land to restore his power. When you are ready, go to the watchtower in the west to fulfill your destiny. Yeah, a bit more extreme than I was expecting from a woodsman, but hey, that's what I've gone for. As well as that, we have the startings of a map. But yeah, I'll let the app should take care of that. It's not got my beautiful voice, of course, but he's doing his best. The narrator in it. Yeah, it does sound like a soldier, a nun, and a woodsman walk into a village and make a load of blood sacrifices. Hilarity ensues. So yeah, it's Lucky Duck Games who do Chronicles of Crime, and so they're very different games, but they share the kind of QR code scanning. They're both app-based, and so, yeah, you sometimes will be presented with things. So you can see my hatchet here has a QR code on it. So I can use it for something. I can use it to get +2 successes in a strength test. But also, there might be, say, breaking down a door. Something like, or chopping wood, maybe. That's something that might require a hatchet. And it might say, do a test to do this thing, or do you want to try and scan one of your cards to do it? And so I could, if I had something that's the situation called for a hatchet, I could try scanning the hatchet in and seeing if it works, and maybe ask people about things, specifically my destiny. You can scan either one of your destinies to ask people how you do it. You've got to be going for one. Yeah, there will be QR codes in it, but it is it's to kind of interact with the world in there. Highly. If we make a nice dynasty, yeah, that's the kind of thing I was expecting. But apparently, yes, it's all about the blood god. So I will turn the app on again, and hopefully that's big enough. I think that's just how big the screen is on the thing. I've bought software. It's all high tech. So it was asking me, do I have an expansion and stuff? I haven't got anything else. I've got the base game. So there are more stories, I think, in that Sand expansion. But also, so we've done that Nature of the Beast one. So we're doing Feast of Famine. The rats have arrived in vast numbers, devouring all in their path. Unless they can be stopped, starvation looms as the food stores dwindle under the swarm's relentless assault. What dark force brought the vermin to the land, and what mortal can stand against such an enemy? We're going to find out. So, play this, and I think... So, you've got a game mode now. It's a 1 to 3 player game in the base game. So, yeah, that's a reason we didn't take it to our game sessions, where there's 4 of us. So, normal is competitive, 2 to 3 players. That's the way I've played it, competitively. But you can play it solo as well. There is Explorer mode, which is what I'm going to be doing, where you can just roam around. There is no time limit, but it does kind of, because you're not chasing against anyone and there's no time limit, you're going to win, basically. You can explore as much as you like. I'll try not to just dawdle on every little thing. But Challenger mode is much more geared at, as the name might suggest, a challenge. Get this done in this quite tight time limit, or you lose and need to go try again. And that's great for variability and stuff, but I thought to show off some of the game, rather than just have me lose straight away, I'm going to explore about. And then Bound by Fate is a team mode that you can play, 2v2. But you need an expansion for that, which I think is not Kickstarter exclusive, but I think you need to get it from Lucky Duck. I don't have it either way. So I'm going to be doing Explorer solo. Hey, Lone Jedi. Anyone watching on Twitch as well? Oh, I won't talk over him. Can you hear him? Is he loud enough?
Pointed towards a harsh winter. Nonetheless, people from the town of Seoul gathered at a humble feast, knowing all too well that even their meager harvest was worthy of joyful celebration. It was enough for them to survive. Some gave their thanks to God, some quietly to powers older than that, who were said to watch over the valley since the ages long forgotten. Some praised the work of men, those who managed to win their survival by their toil alone. But even this short moment of rejoicing was to be torn away from them. First came the storm that scattered the animals and razed the granaries, leaving them exposed to the elements. High water took away the bridge, leaving the valley cut away from the world. And then came the rats. In great swarms, they descended upon the remnants of the celebratory feast, devouring all in their path, ravaging the winter stores. Amidst the chaos, a few saw a demonic figure commanding the swarm, with lesser devils as its heralds. You are those few.
Okay. That's what's going on then. So, yeah, you should probably listen to the story before you pick your character. We are baddies. So, Feast of Famine, choose your character. I just wanted to get some stuff set up on the table there before we started. I'm the Woodsman. So, these numbers here concern my stats, my vital statistics. You see, those numbers are kind of replicated on my score sheet here. It's got a really cool way of doing skill checks in this game. So, you'll be asked to do a particular skill check of, I think it's dexterity, of strength, of like law. And the way that you do these skill checks is you roll 2 dice. Maybe you'll get to do more dice. And so say I was doing a book check. I get a 3 on there. You can see 3 is no successes for me. But over the course of the game, you will gain skill points and you'll get XP, which you can spend at any time to gain 2 skill points. Gaining skill points moves them to the left. So I could spend an XP, for example, to move this 5 to a 3. So a 3 does mean a success for me in that particular check. So you've got some control over the way that this goes, and your choice to roll more dice and stuff. So that's what all of that meant. So I've set all of that up. Get a coin. Oh, we got some music. That seems a bit loud. Is that some alright background music now? I don't know, that came out of nowhere. So yes, you exhaust all of your dice and take a hatchet as your starting item. I've got all of that stuff. Did everyone take their starting items and skills? Yes, we did. It saves your game progress automatically at the start of each day, so you can pack it away and come back to it and all of that stuff and resume it in the app. So I've already set this stuff up, but the remains of the fated feast are still strewn about the main square. So that's the place where we're going to be starting. I need to find my... I think my woodsman is actually... This looks like him. So he's going to be in this starting place. So that's the card that's on there. And it tells us to set up these things. You see I've done this on the actual map. So not as good overhead. But the game does come with... They are tiny. They are miniature minis. But, yeah, there are loads and loads of them in here. And look at this thing. So to balance it out... Is the stream going wrong? Is it all of it buffering, like the sound and the video? Because I can try. I can try resetting it. Paul showed me a little trick. Hang on, it shouldn't give me a new link. I should be back in a second on this same link. Hello? Are we back? Yeah, it could be the ISP. It could be the streaming the iPad to the computer. Although that shouldn't be using my actual internet. YouTube isn't complaining anymore. I did see there was a little yellow banner on YouTube. Is that okay? Does it seem smooth and silky now? If I have all of this back up? So yeah, what about that? Paul, all the thanks to Paul Grogan for working out the little setting you need to do in this program. So when I need to end the stream, or if the computer crashed or something, I can come back on the same link and you don't have to go away and find me and stuff. So is it all smooth and everything sorted again now? Hopefully. The YouTube will be telling me I'm live again. I know. And Food Hub, all these food apps telling me about football. It's a sure way to lose my interest. It's all right so far. Good. Right, so yes, on the main map, you put out these minis and points of interest. So the blacksmith has a mini. He's out there. And the bakery, that it's going to tell us about in a bit, doesn't have a mini. But I don't know if it was lagging or you saw all this. It comes with loads and loads of minis. I'll show you again, even if not. Some of them normal mini size. Some of them enormous minis, maxi minis. And some of them tiny, tiny minis. They're the general ones. So, yes, the blacksmith appears to be working as usual, but something seems wrong. The aroma of fresh bread smells even better in this time of hunger. So we can, basically, on this starting space, if I want to stay on here, then I can visit the blacksmith or the bakery. The town centre lies that away. In the distance, you see Sco's orchards. And some say a strange pond awaits in the midst of this wood. It's your turn, woodsman. Day 1, refresh an effort die. So all that means is I take one of my 3 effort dice and I put them on here. So if I do a skill check, I can choose to spend effort dice in an effort to get more successes. You know, this is more numbers to add onto my skill check. Or it's got an auto success on it. I believe, as far as I know, I've got the standard retail edition. I haven't got any Kickstarter stuff. And I think the Kickstarter exclusives are like that expansion I mentioned that makes it a team game and stuff. I don't think there were any... I could be wrong on that. But as far as I know, I've just had a retail copy of this. I did get sent it. Thanks, Lucky Duck. But yeah, it's not a Kickstarter exclusive filled ones, I don't think. So yeah, it comes with a load of little minis. So yes, I've got an effort dice, and now it's up to me what I want to do. So on your turn, you can move. You can move up to 2 spaces orthogonally. Can't move diagonally. Although you can, 1, 2 could put me in a diagonal space. And if you come to an undiscovered space, then you have to stop there. So, I've got no idea what I want to do just yet. So why don't we have a... I'm quite tempted by this bakery, to be honest. There's some fresh bread going. I'm a woodsman. I'm apparently an evil woodsman, but evil woodsmen need some bread. Yeah, it is. Like I hadn't seen the price of it, but £40 is. But Chronicles of Crime is another great value game because a load of kind of, especially in Chronicles of Crime, you can reuse loads of the components. The same as this, like all of the item cards and stuff can be used across the different campaigns. There are different cards for the woodsman and stuff, but I suppose like rather than needing a great big storybook and stuff, it's all just in that app rather than like extra components. So how does it work to do stuff? You just go on the app and I press. I could tell it I'm going to a different space, or I can tell it that I'm going to the bakery. Sure, you want to visit the bakery? Yes. Don't question me. I'm the woodsman. So he's not going to read out all the things, is he? No, I think he just reads out the story. The supplies are few, but there's still enough for the baker and his family to thrive. They greet you with friendly smiles, but as you hear what they have to offer, you notice the prices are inflated. Well, that's not on, is it? So I can buy some food for 2 gold. I've only got 1 gold. I can steal some bread, or I can ask the baker about an item. Now, you can do as many of these as you want. Each one you only get to try once, I think, on a turn. And that's the kind of thing with the solo game that if I fail at a check, I can kind of just do it again, unless it results in something terrible happening. So I don't know if the baker is going to know anything about my hatchet. I suppose I'm an evil woodsman. Yeah, woodsman bake-off time. I'm an evil woodsman. I should try and steal some bread. Why not? Well, because it's bad. But I'm an evil woodsman. So I don't think I'm going to expend an effort die to do this. I'm just going to do my standard dice, and it's a dexterity check. So I got, yeah, Snake Eyes. Not really going to help me there. So with a 2, that is no successes for me. I need to tell the app that I'm doing this check, and it wants to know how many successes that I got. And this is a thing with these skill checks. It doesn't tell you how difficult they are. You've got to kind of think about how difficult that might be. Stealing bread, probably not that difficult to check. The most successes you will ever need for a check is 6. But I got none. He guards his wares like a dragon on its hoard. You're unable to find an opportunity. Not surprising with no successes. Let's ask him about this hatchet. So I don't think he's going to have anything interesting to say, but if you've played Chronicles of Crime, you'll be familiar with this. Hatchet. Great for chopping wood, or in a fight too if you're desperate. Never thought about it like that. So I can't buy some food, so I'm going to have to end my turn there. So it's my turn. I can refresh an effort die. And now we're going to have to decide of something else to do. Now I think, yeah, not a great start dice-wise, is it? So I can still go to the bakery. They've still got that option of buying the bread. And I could still try and steal again if I wanted to. But I think let's have a talk to the blacksmith. So blacksmith's workshop, and then I'll get off this tile, I promise. Visit the blacksmith workshop. So set up the blacksmith's trade stack with these items. He needs a hatchet. If you can hear that. I don't know if I've got it too quiet. You can hear those blacksmith sound effects in the background. Sword, and a lockpick. You know what, it's tempting to buy a lockpick, but I've got a hatchet. So the way this works is you make a trade stack just basically somewhere you've got space. And then you need a pair of these tokens, the same colour. So we say, this is that colour of trade stack, and that trade stack relates to the blacksmith. So anyone going to the blacksmith can buy these things. So I've set up his trade stack. His hammer strikes sound uneven, and the blacksmith seems distracted. You notice that his eldest son, usually helping him with work, is nowhere to be seen. When asked, he confides his son has fallen ill, and with no food nor medicine, he's only getting worse. So, I can trade with him, try and buy some stuff. So he's got, a lockpick might be nice. A sword can help you out. In a fighting test, don't roll any dice. Instead, you'll roll these 10. Which would be 3 successes for me. That's quite nice if I get a tough fighting test. And I do need to kill 3 devils. You know what? I think I'm going to trade first. Times are tough. He needs a bit of cash. I'm going to give him a gold. Where have I put all the other gold? I've left it all in the box. Need to put it in one of my nice little tubs. So I've spent my gold, and I'm going to get that sword. I think that's going to be quite nice. So I'm marching around now with a sword and a hatchet. I do have to discard either of them to do their special thing, though. So now, I'm pretty sure that a sword and a hatchet aren't going to be able to heal his son. I can ask the blacksmith what he thinks a hatchet is, but I don't think he's going to be very helpful there. Shall we try and offer it to help him with his work? I could use the sword to really help him. Right, I'm going to offer to help him with his work. So, what do you reckon? I would like to use 1 effort die. So I need at least 6 to be able to help him. Or I could just discard that sword straight away and get 3 successes. I can discard my hatchet to get 2 extra successes. But I don't want to lose equipment. Let's... oh dear. So, that's pretty nice, actually. 6 plus an automatic success. So 6 on the red gives me 1 success. And then I've got an automatic from my effort die, which is now exhausted. But that could be worse, couldn't it? 2 successes. Let's see what this does. It's hard work helping the blacksmith, and lacking proper skills, you do more harm than good. He still appreciates the effort and gives you some hints for the future. Gain 2 strength skill points. So whenever you gain skill points, they're moving to the left. There's got to be space for them to move, so I couldn't move this 7 at the moment. So do I want to make it easier to get loads in a row? I think just make it easier to get 1 success. Let's move that 6 to a 4. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I don't think the sword and the hatchet are going to heal his son. I think he'll think I'm being a bit sarky if I try that with him. So I'm going to end my turn there. So we've had fun in the bakery. We've had fun with the blacksmith. It's time to refresh an effort die on day 3. And where would we like to go then? So what were those options? We had the orchard, the town centre, or there's like a meadows in the mist. What do you reckon? Our overall goal, if you weren't here for reading the Destiny, is make sacrifices for the blood god, kill 3 devils ravaging the land to restore his power. Where do you reckon? West, south, or east? I have to remember we're back in delay mode. Yeah, I think especially for someone that doesn't really like dice, I think this is a really cool way of doing it as well. That counting successes is nice, but the fact that over the course of the game your character will get better at these things, and you will also, sometimes if you do okay but you don't do that well at a skill, you will lose 1 of that skill but then gain an XP token, which is 2 of any skills. So you can start kind of trading off skills and specializing at being really good at a particular thing. And so for me, presumably I can kill devils with strength, and I don't need some particular item to do it. Otherwise I'll be a bit messed up. But presuming I can do that, I probably want to concentrate on strength. So what have we got? We've got 2 votes for west. Let's go west then. Is that back up? So some say a strange pond awaits in the midst of this wood. Explore tile 27? Yes. So I'll flip that over. Despite its proximity to the town, this part of the woods is a domain of beasts. People rarely wander here. So I need to stop there. We've got a mystic pond, and the old woman known as the witch is gathering herbs in the woods. Could the witch have herbs that could help the blacksmith's son? Oh, and then we need a new card. You see a large barn standing over a shorn field. So I need card 39 for that. Okay, just about fits. So, okay, and it's my turn, right? So I'm kind of thinking, I like this witch theory I've got going. I'm gonna go to the witch. Let's see. I bet she wants money for her herbs, though. I've got no money. Visit the witch. The witch waves at you and greets you with a knowing, if a bit mischievous, smile. You want something, don't you? Do you want your fortune told or something else? She asks. It better be good. The hero quarrelled, you know, so I cursed him. Okay, learn the secrets of invigorating herbs for 3 coins. I don't have 3 coins. We could ask the witch about the destiny. I don't mind that. Let's, it's the purple one, isn't it? A devil led a swarm of rats into the convent's bell tower. So we gotta remember a convent. So I could convert herbs to poison. I don't have herbs. Let's speak on the healer's behalf. How much worse could we make it for him? So a book check. Do I want to spend an effort die? Let's spend 1. I do need 8 actually to get 2 successes in this. Let's see what I can get. 4, 5, 6. So that's enough for 1 success. So let's see what this ends up doing. The witch appreciates you asking nicely. She still refuses. He interfered with my work, you know. Claimed his tinctures and potions can do all that my charms can. Ha, I've proved him wrong. You try to explain, but she cuts you off. No, he will suffer some more. At least until it stops being amusing. Is there anything else you want? No, thank you. I will be happy. I don't think I can do any of these other options. So I need some coins if I want to learn how to make herbs. To maybe heal the blacksmith's son. Which I know isn't my destiny, but I'm pretty keen on getting it done. So refresh and effort die. I have an XP now, which I can spend at any time. So I'll probably wait until I've got a skill check to do. But I can spend this for 2 skill points, basically. So try and just keep improving my strength is what I'm leaning towards. So refresh and effort die. What do you reckon? Visit the Mystic Pond? Or do you think we should move on? I can keep going to the witch. I can keep trying to convince her to get the curse off the healer. But hey, maybe the healer... Or maybe the healer's a good guy, because it feels like we're bad guys, to be honest. Think have a crack at this pond, or... Well, we can go anywhere from here still. We're 2 spaces away from everything. So I could stay and have a look at the pond, or there's the barn, there's the town centre, or there is the orchard. We are looking for a convent, aren't we? But we'll find it eventually, I think. So it looks like, quite nicely actually, this has worked out that there aren't any more locations above, and there aren't any more to the west, which is quite nice for my layout here. The city centre looking for coins. Ah, that's a good idea. Are you on board with the Heal the Blacksmith's Son plan? So 2 spaces is going to put me on the town centre. Yes. I'll get it up for you. Explore the tile. Most of the folk live here. Many are cowering in their homes now, unsure of the future. So, rats constantly skitter in and out of the widow's cellar. The inn seems closed, but you can see light inside. The convent's bell tower can be seen from afar. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting, Matt. I keep forgetting that I'm meant to be evil, aren't I? Oh yes, thanks, James. Please remember to like the video and comment and stuff on it. And if you'd like to help me keep making more videos, it's patreon.com/slickerdrips, as my YouTube robot will tell you about. If you're watching on Twitch. I don't have a Twitch robot, unfortunately. Although, you can get them, can't you? I see people's streams. Well, I see people stream. Oh, and, further down, the southern part of town is less frequented. So, the inn's got a light on. The old widow... There's rats coming out of the old widow's cellar. I think let's see what's going on. I think old widow is what I'm leaning towards. Let's visit the old widow and see what's going on there. The rats living in the widow's cellar could clearly be a problem if left unchecked. She agrees to let you in after you promise to get rid of them. I'm in no state to leave the house anymore, she says, but I'll reward you with a coin and a story. You notice an unguarded sack of grain clearly visible in the open doorway of a poorer house nearby. So options. Destroy the nest, and I could use an item. Oh, I could get poison, couldn't I? Maybe that's why you want poison. Examine the unguarded supplies. Ask her about your quest. Let's ask her about the quest. We can do loads of these, unless you do an option that says your turn's over. There's a huge rat swarm in the orchards. Something dark is leading it. Okay, so we've got convent, we've got orchards. Yeah, right, many evil start pretending to be good. Get everyone on my side, and then the evil can start. Although I'm killing devils, aren't I? But I'm killing devils to try and summon a god with a blood ritual. So I can ask the widow about my items. Restore the shrine with a ritual artifact. That could be someone else's destiny. So let's examine the unguarded supplies. There's an unguarded sack of grain sitting right behind an open door. I'm evil, aren't I? I should have tried to kill the rats first, I think. Because I think I'm going to fail at this, and then bad things are going to happen. Take the grain. If it was important, it would be locked. You explain to yourself while taking the bag. You're on a mission. You need it more. Sorry, old widow. Okay, I thought there would be consequences for that. But I have my food now, which would let me refresh up to 2 effort dice. So, okay, to make up for that, to make up for stealing the grain, let's try and destroy this nest. So, by hand or with a method? By hand. By ook or by kluk. So, I could refresh dice as well, but I think I'm going to spend my XP. So I'll get 2 skill points. So I think let's make it. So I need. So I need a 6 for that, and so I need an 8 for that. Is what I'd be happy with there. And then I can discard my hatchet if I really want to. So I've got these 2. Killing rats could be a bit of a toughie. And I can refresh up to 2 of these dice. I'm going to throw all of the dice in on this. Here we go. So I got a bad roll, so it's good that I did that, I think. I've got 4, 5, 6, which is 2 successes, and an automatic success with this die. So 3 successes. You get to work, and the work is long and bloody. You stab, stomp, and crush until the rats are no more. The house is clean, you'd announce, if not for all the blood. So I get 2 gold. The witch wanted 3, didn't she? Thankful for your help, the widow rewards you with a story. There was once a god watching over this land, she says, but as churches and priests appeared, he went to sleep, to wait. Some say our watchtower has been built on his place of rest. Many relics of him still linger, such as a stone on the western field that some say stays cool even when touched by fire. Gain an XP. Ooh. So I don't think we've got anything else to do with the widow. Let's end that turn. Refresh an effort die. So I've got 1 again. And so we could go off and fight devils, but I'm kind of tempted to stay here and let's visit the inn, see what this mysterious light is. As you approach the inn, the delicious aromas from within seem incongruous with the disaster all around. You knock, and the innkeeper reluctantly lets you in. What do you want? He asks nervously, standing between you and a large hoard of supplies. Did that useless carpenter send you? He still owes me money. Pay the carpenter's debt of 4 coins. I haven't got 4 coins, and no chance. Buy a meal for 2 coins. Ask Ask the innkeeper about an item. Ask him about my destiny. Okay, well, I think coming here was a bit of a dud, but let's ask him about my destiny. The merchant's cart has been overrun on the road through the eastern fields. Okay, I don't want to buy a meal then. I want to try and save that money. So yeah, this is why it's a good job I'm not playing challenge mode, because that was a turn. Okay, so I think we should move on. So there's the barn. We could continue looking in the town. Or we know there are devils. Or there are rumoured to be devils in the orchard and the convent. What do you reckon? Barn, if you're a bit of a maverick and you just want to go somewhere random. Although there's an overturned cart somewhere. It said eastern things though, didn't it? Barn, if you just fancy that. Town centre, maybe we'll get more coins, and then we can toddle back off to the witch. Or devil hunting in the orchard, devil hunting in the convent. What do you reckon? I think we've got a couple of weapons, we've got a couple of effort dice. I think devil hunting's feasible. Yeah, that were the consequences for getting the food. I'm less hungry. I can't guess. So the advantages of doing this with the phone would have been a weird-sized screen, but phone is easier to get out of the way of the camera than the iPad is. Think maybe we should fight some devils. I would be interested to see someone just say Bond though. Yeah, a lot of encouragement for being evil as well. Which maybe we're not evil. Maybe this god is a good... We are killing devils, and the god in these stories is like someone good to bring back that is going to help us. So maybe we're not meant to be evil. But hey, who's to say? The orchard. I like the sound of that. Let's go over there. Oh, Joel comes in just after with the convent. Well, the convent is just above, so we can probably go there next. With the harvest done, only wind visits the orchard. Abandoned orchard. Who's this fella? The problem with these minis is... I've got to squint about trying to see which one's which. What's he got? A little cape. Has he got a staff? Is this him? Yes, I'm helping people in a bit of an evil way. Why not? Oh, here he is. The abandoned orchard. A swarm of rats is ravaging the area, devouring everything in their path. I'll show you this a bit closer up, if the camera will focus on it all nicely. There is the swarm of rats, one of the bigger minis. Place rat swarm as indicated. And then new locations. Few venture into these woods. Some say they're haunted. Okay. So. I think. Ask this man what's going on with these rats. Oh, he's supposed to be there and there, I think. Let's chat to this guy. Abandoned orchard. Most of the fruit has been picked already, and what's left is now food for the rats. The old storyteller is resting in a peaceful corner under a tree. You recall his stories of strange tools used in ancient rituals. Perhaps he could share a tale with you. So restore a shrine with, I don't think that's for us. Select rotten fruit for a toxic brew. Ask the storyteller for a story. Ask him about your destiny. Ask him about an item. Shall we try and get some rotten fruit? Is that some noise in the background? Let's try and get some rotten fruit. I don't think I want to spend anything for this. But for this check... I have got that... Oh, I earned some more XP, didn't I? So I could spend some XP to be a bit better at this. Why not? I've got an XP. Let's bring 2 successes from an 8 to a 6. So I can only get 3 successes with dice in this. Now, I haven't really painted anything for, like, I don't know now. It's probably a couple of years now since I've only really done Medora. So I got 7 on this. I'm not a very good painter, but I've ordered this palette thing that will come with some Kickstarter in like 6 months or something, planning that I would like to be painting again. I don't think I did a half decent job at my Medora. Terrible at doing the eyes though. So difficult. I've got fairly like shaky hands though when I'm trying to concentrate on things. So 2 successes selecting rotten fruit. Most of the fruit is useless, but some is too rotten even for rats to eat. You manage to scrounge enough to make some perfectly serviceable rat poison. Okay. So it's worth coming here first then. Some rat poison, which I can use to exhaust 3 dice to gain 2 XP. That's really nice. But there are some rats here. So let's ask him for a story. So, I can convince him or offer him food. I think let's try and convince him first. Ask him for a story, convince him. Again, not going to spend my effort dice. I'm going to save those for the rats. 3 is not good, is it? He's not going to give me no stories for this. Okay. No successes. I just scream, give me a story at him. You try, but he's stubborn. No pay, no story, he sternly insists. I won't tell you anything as long as I'm hungry. There's something unsettlingly animalistic in his expression as he speaks the last word. You quickly say your goodbyes. But I'm quite fine with that. Fine, don't give me a story then. I'm quite happy with earning some XP. I think... So yeah, the rat poison could be here at the orchard or at the convent. I think just get it used on the rats if we're allowed to again. So, have I asked him about my destiny? I don't think I have. I can't help you much, but try asking the road warden. Okay. So I can ask him about an item. Can I ask him about the poison? Poisonous fumes are the best way to kill rats. Okay, well I haven't got 3 coins and I'm not giving you anyway. Gain an extra skill disc for books. That's not too bad, is it? End turn, yes. So we're going to stay here. We've got 3 effort dice now. But I think it's time to take on the rat swarm. So let's go for it. Visit the rat swarm? Yes. This swarm of rats is led by a devil. The beast itself is rat-like, but its much larger size didn't give it away. Its red horns and red fur certainly do. You must act quickly. These rats are ravenous, and they have no qualms about eating human flesh. Get through the swarm. So force your way through, or you have equipment. I have equipment. Rat poison? I suppose it didn't ask me for rat poison this time. Oh, the toxic fumes drive off the rats just enough for you to reach the devil. So discard the poison. Gain 2 coins and an XP. I've got 2 XP right now for whatever check I need for this. You face the swarm's leader now. The devil shrieks and tries to retreat back into its swarm. You must act quickly. Those rats are ravenous and they have no qualms about eating human flesh. It really wants to drill that into me. Let's strike it down. The strength check. I think then, before the strength check, let's spend some XP. So I think I'll spend an XP bringing 1, 2, and then another one to go 3, 4. So a 6 would be 3 successes right now. I don't know how many I'm going to need to strike this devil down. Maybe I should just do this and not roll and just get a 10 by using the sword. But I have got everything. I think I'm going to use 2 effort dice. Am I? And then maybe we could go over to the convent next. I've got the food to refresh up to 2 things, but I want his story as well. I'm gonna do 2 dice. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that's not good. They look like low numbers. So no automatic successes. 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 3 successes for me, which isn't terrible. I could add 2 with the hatchet if I think I really need it. It is a devil. How hard is a devil to kill? You know what, I'm going to discard my hatchet. Because I'm not sure. So that's 5 successes. The devil is defeated and you smash your way out of the swarm, bloodied but triumphant. Despite the rats watching you hungrily, you take the time to remove its horn as a trophy. This was a worthy victory. So I can grab card number 48, which is Devil's Horn, and gain an XP back. The first sacrifice has been made. A faint rumbling resounds. So the Devil's Horn, let's see. Always, on your turn, you may lose 2 skill points to gain a coin. Okay. Yeah, Lucifer, not too happy with this. Hey, Collected Camel, how's it going? Right. So we've done one of the things that we need. Your turn ends. I'm not surprised. My turn begins again then. So... Oh, the rat swarm, leaderless, is on the move. The bakery is overrun. Oh dear. Remove the bakery. And place the rat swarm as indicated. Oh no. So, do I need to go and deal with that? Or will it be okay? Let's see what they do. So I've got 2 effort dice again. I think, shall we go down to the convent? What do you reckon to that? And that's where we think one of the other devils is. Here, in trying to strike down these devils, I've destroyed the bakery. Oh yeah, the blacksmith's okay though, the blacksmith's son. I've got the coins, haven't I? I wonder though, at the witch's thing, I think she said something like... I don't think she would give me a healing thing. I think it was something to do with skill points that I would get from her. Should we have a look at the convent? Let's have a look at what's going on at the convent. The convent's bell tower can be seen from afar. Explore this tile? Yes. The convent's high towers were a sign of hope for many. Is there still hope left? Yeah, that's me, isn't it? Place it face up. The garden, the convent garden, is left oddly untouched by the vermin. The bishop... Oh, here we go. Where is he? Oh, here he is. Bishop Brennan is up in the corner. He's been praying in the chapel since the rats came. Inhuman laughter resounds from the bell tower. And a tall tree stands amid the farmland. 28. And that's face down for now. A water wheel slowly turns by the river. Number 47. Okay then. So we can check out the nice garden. We can talk to the cowardly bishop. Or we can go and confront what I assume is the devil in the bell tower. What do you reckon? I'll leave this one up to you. Yeah, it's the blacksmith's son, not the baker's son, but as you rightly point out, how are we going to get bread now? Garden. Yeah, why didn't the rats want to come here? Let's have a look. Visit the convent garden. The bishop said we need to pray and have faith, confesses the gardener. But what faith can I have if I'm doing nothing? I saw the first rats sneak into the garden through a hole in the wall. If only I had a way to get rid of them. Some distance away, you notice a stray dog watching you closely. Okay, well, I don't have a means to protect the garden from rats, unless we can plug the hole with the devil's horn. I'll try it. Oh, I don't need this right now. I need something for the rats or for the wall. Yeah, put the devil's horn in the wall. So let's try and catch the dog. Catch the dog. Chase it down. Or lure it in. I could try and use my food to lure it in. Because I'm not so good at dexterity stuff. Yeah, let's try and lure it in with some food. It runs straight towards you and voraciously devours the presented offering. When it's finished, it immediately calms down and starts following you around. Despite the success, you feel a slight unease, as the same hunger that drives the rats started infecting other animals as well. Discard the food, gain the dog. Here he is. Look at my lovely dog. So always, in every strength test, +1 to your roll total. That is very good. Especially in what I'm basing myself on. So I think that is it for the Convent Garden. So we're going to go away now. Strength is going to be even better for fighting that devil, isn't it? So do you reckon? Bell Tower. I'm up for giving it a go. The devil's surely in here, isn't he? You approach the bell tower. Somewhere from above, malevolent laughter reaches you, and a thrown bottle soon follows. Miraculously, you catch it. It's mostly full. Gain alcohol. Okay. So, alcohol. Discard. In a book test, don't roll any dice. Instead, your roll total is 10. So, the same as the sword, but a different stat. The bell tower door is solid wood bound in iron. It's also locked. As another bout of high-pitched laughter bursts from the top of the tower, you see several rats watching you with great attention. So I didn't buy the locksmith. Maybe the hatchet would have helped out, but I've used that. So we're going to have to try and open the door. Force it open, I think. So, a strength check. I think I'll use the XP to... I think I'm going to bring this one down to. Be really good at strength. So, I think... Do I want to use an effort die for this? I get +1 to my roll no matter what. I think 1 effort die. And if it looks really hard fighting the devil, I can just use the sword to just get 10. And that's 3 successes. 4 successes, actually. Yeah, can't make you smarter. Oh, not a good roll. So, 6. Okay, 3 successes. If I hadn't used the effort die, it would have just been 2. So, 1, 2, 3 successes. You quickly make your way in. All around the bell tower, rats watch as you climb. Oh, as you climb up the steep stairs to the top of the tower, numerous rats skitter up and down, and the burning stench of sulphur permeates the air. Welcome, shrieks a small but vicious-looking devil sitting by the bell. Welcome to my castle. Rats surround it, their eyes set firmly on its horned visage. Visage? So scare it off or fight it. So I can try using alcohol, because that gives me 10 in the skill check. But I'll probably get 6, right? Like, 10 isn't much better than getting 6. So I could probably just roll for that. Or fight it with an item. I think I can fight it with alcohol? Fight it with the dog? Can I see if these daft things work and then just fight it normally if not? Can I use a devil's horn against him? I imagine not. Oh! The devil shrieks! Unable to bear the presence of power greater than its own, it leaps out of the tower head first. You find its broken body below. Discard the devil's horn. Okay. I didn't want something to happen to the dog. Gain bloody trophy. Language. So that is going to be... discard this if you have a strength thing at 1. Oh, discard this if you have a strength skill token at 1, gain 2 XP. We're getting there, you know? And gain a lore skill. I think, let's bring this 11 down to a 10, and then alcohol would give me 3 successes. The devilish servant's blood flows in the second sacrifice. The earth trembles, something stirs. Okay. The bell tower is quiet once again. So no more point of interest there. Remove that. And it's a new day. The rat swarm is on the move. The inn is under attack. The innkeeper was seen running away. The rats leave nothing of the inn and its inhabitants. Remove the inn. Move the rats there. Should I step in and do something about rats? Because we don't know where... Isn't there like... There's an overturned cart, isn't there? I can't remember. Was that something to do with the devil? I think I should probably go over and do something about these rats a little bit. If I can. Maybe that's just a timer and it's going to kill everything. So what do you reckon? I can pretty much reach everywhere again. I can't go to the witch right now. I can't go up to there. But we can go further into town. I can't remember what that said. Broken Bridge, I think. We can go off to the east. We can go off to the barn in the west. Or, do you think, go fight these rats and see if we can slow them down a little bit at least? Because I'm a bit worried about what they're doing. Not a fan of rats, take them out. Oh yes, ask Road Warden about Destiny as well. Which road? I think let's, for this turn... Oh. Ominous lights dance in the empty windows as strange laughter resounds over the grounds. Something has changed in the ruins. Okay. No one came to claim the noble abode when its master died. Some say it's cursed. Oh, it would just go off screen, wouldn't it? You get the gist. Ominous lights dance in the empty windows of strange... Oh yeah, I've read that out already. So place the Rat Palace. A laughing, singing demon, surrounded by an aura of dark power, jumps and dances in the old garden. Wherever he goes, a swarm of rats follows. Place the Rat King, as indicated. Spin round to face me again. I need to see your face. It's not the you. Oh, it's this little guy. This fella here. If it's going to focus on that. There it is. So. Okay. So what do you reckon now then? We can, as planned, walk over to that rat swarm and hit it. Or... we can't do it this turn because we'd have to go here first. Should we make our way to this nasty man's cavern? Yeah, he's not that tough, is he? What do you reckon? Swarm of rats, Rat King, which means this mystery space at least for this turn, because you have to stop on an unexplored space. Oh yeah. The stream went off, didn't it? I was wondering why the timer was shorter than I've actually been on for. So I don't think we can always talk to the bishop as well. Take on the Rat King. Let's do it. So we're going to have to go to this space. A tall tree stands amid the farmland. The road leading to the fields to the old estate has fallen into disuse. The fields themselves lie abandoned to the vermin. A prosperous farmer's home. Angry voices resound from inside. Something dark has claimed this overturned cart. The tall dead tree has been standing here longer than anyone remembers. Okay, those are our options for this turn. We can't move again. So, I'm quite interested in sorting out the domestic over in the farmhouse. I think, didn't we hear something about an overturned cart? I can't remember if that was about a devil or maybe someone was just telling us about it for a laugh. Or we can have a look at the sacred tree. What do you think? I would have gone straight for that farmhouse if it had not been for that kind of memory of... Should I go back to the cart? So solo, I enjoy a lot more than the competitive version of this. Have to say. I like just roaming around, finding out this story. Matt remembers the cart as well, yeah. I think it told us something about a cart. The cart is overturned and abandoned. There are several locked chests still inside. A small devil, clearly drunk, is sitting on a broken wine barrel. Rats are crawling all around it, busily devouring anything edible. I think first, because I'm really good at strength, I'm going to try and steal something from the boxes. Yeah. And maybe it'll be useful to confront the devil with. So I can't open the locks. I'm going to have to force them open. So let's not use a skill thing for now. I'd like a 6. I don't know. I'm not confident. I've not got good rolls on these. 4. Okay, well that gets me 1 success. Oh, actually, 4 plus 1. That gets me 5, which is 2 successes. After struggling a bit, you manage to pry open one of the chests. Among used and damaged goods, you find a toolbox of exceptional quality. This might prove useful. 47. The toolbox. On your turn, I'm full up of items actually now. I need to get something used. On turn start, you may exhaust 2 effort dice to gain a coin. That's okay. So, we need to confront the devil, right? Confront the devil. Tip over the barrel or banish it. Okay, I've got no XP. I've got nothing to really help me here. Let's tip over the barrel. I'll use both my effort dice, which means I'm a little bit worried about going over to fight the Rat King straight away after this. But let's see. Because the devil is the thing we want to do, isn't it? I get... Oh, this is good. Even though it's on green, that's quite a good roll. 4, 7, 8. So that's 2 successes plus 1 automatic success. 1, 2, 3. You sneak to the cart and give a strong push to the barrel the devil is sitting on. Drunk as it is, it slips on the spilled wine and falls from the cart head first. Gain a strength. So let's try and get 1 to 1. Oh, here we go. The cart is overturned and abandoned. The devil crawls away from the cart, startled but still fierce. Kill it while it's down? It's the job. You are strong. You are armed. I am both. But I want a strength check. So do I roll or just use my sword? Well, I could save the sword for the Rat King, couldn't I? So, okay then. It's just 2 dice. Now I'm thinking this was a bad idea. 4, which is 5, which is 2 successes, which I think I need more. It might not be much of a fighter, but with rats assisting it, it still drives you off in shame. Lose a dexterity. Let's move this 10 to an 11. But gain an XP. So that's what I was talking about earlier. That I have lost a stat now, but it's not even a stat I was using to fight with. And I can use the XP to make it easier. I can actually use the XP to move down to there. I have now got a strength at 1. So I can gain 2 XP by getting rid of this bloody trophy. Here we go. So I can't do anything else this turn. The cart is overturned and abandoned. The devil crawls away from the cart, startled but still fierce. So that's the end of my turn. I get an effort die back. And so, straight back to the cart, I imagine. Yeah, save the cart for the king. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it as well. I think we didn't enjoy our tutorial game that much, but we were kind of saying at the time all of the things that we didn't enjoy about it were kind of products of it being a competitive game, and reading out these bits of story and sometimes accidentally getting something that the other person needed to do, but you didn't know that, and getting in the way. And if it's competitive, sometimes just landing on a space by accident and being like, oh, gain 2 XP for no reason, and you going on somewhere and it's like, oh, you fail, end your turn. Yeah, if it's competitive, it gets a bit frustrating that way. But solo or cooperative, that's all gone. So we're going to try and fight the devil again then. Infested cart, yes. So he's back on that barrel. Oh, I need to show you, don't I? He's back on the barrel. Confront the devil. Do I want to use some XP to help tip over the barrel? I might use the die to do the barrel. No, I'll do one. I've got 2 XP, haven't I? I'll do one to do 4 and 6 for the barrel. And then let's try tipping it over. So a check. Do I want to use that effort die? I'm feeling lucky. I'm not going to. I was right to feel lucky. Well, is 2 enough? We'll see if I was right. 1, 2. You try to approach the cart, but the devil notices you. You're quickly driven off by its verminous minions and mocked relentlessly by the drunken creature. Okay. Is nothing sacred? A voracious swarm of rats floods the chapel. The bishop tries to fend off the rodents, but they are unaffected by the holy powers of his pastoral staff. Barely human screams abruptly change to the soft sounds of flesh being devoured. Oh dear. Okay, so the chapel, the bishop's gone, but the chapel is a point of interest. Oh dear. Okay, so there's rats in there then. Soz bishop. I didn't know. Okay then, so let's try again on this infested cart. Confront the devil. I will spend another XP on green again to make it 3 and... I need more than 2 successes though, don't I? Let's bring this one down from 11 to 9 and do another one from 9 to 7. So if I get a 7, I'll get 3 successes again. I'm going to use an effort die to try and do this. That seems okay. 7, 9. What am I doing? Yeah, green. So 3 successes. 1, 2, 3. Tipped him off the barrel. Gain a strength. Let's make 7 be 4 successes. And then kill it while it's down. You are strong. I will use my other effort die for this. So we want a 6, which surely is possible here. 7, and then wasted my effort die. That is 4 successes, though. Beast of hell it might be, but it's also drunk. You dodge its attack, and it trips, breaking its neck. Gain dexterity. Let's put this from a 4 to a 3. The final sacrifice has been made. The rumbling sounds like a heartbeat. You must begin. Go to the watchtower. Have we found a watchtower? I don't think we found a watchtower, have we? Oh, hello. I've been raided on Twitch. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Thank you, Performing Nerd, for a raid. I'm still new to the multi-stream, but I don't think you joined us for some Destinies. We are possibly a bad guy, possibly a good guy. Who knows at this point? But we've killed 3 devils, and we are about to try and take on a watchtower. So let's see how well we do that. We need to find the watchtower first, and yeah, I think you're right, James. We haven't been told anything about a watchtower yet, so we're gonna have to find it. Should we go and fight the Rat King though? I think that sounds like a decent thing to do, doesn't it? We've got loads of money. If the Rat King can be bribed, that would be fantastic. but let's see what his disposition is. Maybe we'd find a watchtower over there. It's not the Destiny, but I kind of feel like killing a load of rats. So, oh dear. Townsfolk have begun, in a dreamlike state, to gather among the rotting remains of the feast. So, the Feast of Famine. The townsfolk have started returning to the site of the face-to-feast. Something feels wrong. Place the Feast of Famine as noted. Oh dear. There was mention of the guard. There's a stone in the western field. It's not showing us any locations going down, is it? So I'm assuming these might be all of the locations to go and see. Refresh and effort die. I remember all of that. Thank you for the follows on Twitch as well. Ian and Autumn Weaves. I'm streaming all the time. Catch me on social media and stuff on Mondays, and I'll tell you when. So there's a stone in the western field. I think if we can't quite run to the western field. So I'm kind of thinking, you know, we could run somewhere and try and see what's down here. Maybe the watchtower's there. We can press on these places. Oh, the rat swarm is on the move. It reaches the western fields. Okay, so I'll pop it there. So I'm still here. I can press on the locations, though, to remind us what it says. If you venture into the woods, some say they're haunted. A water wheel slowly turns by the river. Or the southern part of town. Now, I can only reach with 2 movements. The water wheel, I think. But then I wouldn't be able to get to... I wonder if the watchtower is, like, on this space. See this missing corner here? I wonder if it's there. What do you reckon? Go over and chase this potential missing corner, and I would end up just at the old widow again. Because I can only move 2 spaces. Or I could just go and fight the Rat King. Or just go up. Fight King? Oh, actually, that's probably from a previous thing. I'll give you a little bit of a delay. I shouldn't jump the gun too much. I'm seeing some fight. It's not the Destiny, but I think we've got a duty to go and fight the Rat King. I'm going to move on. And let's get slaughtered by a Rat King. The demon pauses its frolicking and turns towards you. It's easily twice your size, and you can't help but notice that the rats following it now surround you in a tight circle. It grins at you, showing a frightening number of sharp teeth. Hello, hello, my honoured guests. Do you enjoy God's little test? You realise you can't move. A living carpet of rats surrounds your feet, binding you in place. So, do we ask about God's test? Ask the demon about itself? It's voracious, feed it, or break free and run. Well, we're not going to run. I don't fancy feeding it, because my options are, I feed it some alcohol. I could try and give it some alcohol. Or, it's not having my dog. Yeah, MacLeod, but if the bishop could have helped us move diagonally, that would have been perfect. I would have got straight there. Let's see if the bishop wants some booze. Oh, the Rat King. What? It accepts your gift, taking it almost gently with its clawed hand. Then, with all pretense of subtlety gone, it devours your gift in one gulp. You find yourself holding a handful of gold and feeling your soul somewhat stained. So, discard the alcohol, gain 2 coins. I am rich. I've got nothing to do with this money, but I've got it. So, we could ask him about himself. Let's see how he's doing. So this is a book test. 3 gets me no successes. Okay, then I just blurt out something random. The demon almost effortlessly picks you up, and you know better than to struggle. Its breath stinks of rot and sulphur as it speaks. Why would I speak to one so low? You bore me, mortal, off you go. It flicks you aside, and you tumble to the ground. The rats watch in silence, waiting for a command. You run before it happens. Your turn ends. Okay, so he's a bit of a tough customer. I've got another effort die now, though. So what do you reckon? Attempt the Rat King again, see what this God's test is, or I could press on the Rat Palace and see what's going on there. Or we just run from this place and do something completely different. But I'd like to see how the rat... Oh, I see a lot more chat now from the first time. So let's see at least what this test is. I'm going straight back there. Yes. I apparently do not learn. Let's ask him about God's test. Oh, kindred spirit, I can see. Do tell me how it came to be, that one so wicked of the soul will for the good of many toll. The beast watches you very attentively. Its eyes are pits of darkness. Take heed and witness, mortal thing, for God above gave rats their king, and now his test I must perform to break the earth to its new form. You may seek methods to resist, but know this. It pauses, enjoying your anticipation. With famine's feast was end released. Its retinue of rats part before you, and it lets you leave. Its words, half understood, weigh heavy. It hasn't kicked me out again, but the rats have all gone. So I've got an XP from that. I suppose ask him about himself again? So it doesn't sound like he's going to be defeatable. So let's ask him about himself. Let's spend one of these dice. Tell me something. 1 for 1 is 6, which is 2 successes. As you ask, the rat carpet. As you ask, the beast gives you a toothy grin and responds, strange tidings passing time shall bring, and I'm the one the rats call king. Outside the realms of wrong and right, Lightbringer and his father bright have sent me in this fateful hour, ensuring all shall be devoured. Gain an XP. So I'm not going to try feeding him again. I suppose I'll try and run again. So strength checks I'm good at. I won't spend an effort die. I think I'm going to use an XP again, though, to just make my strength even better. So I only need a 4, basically, thanks to my dog, to get 3 successes. 7, that's 4 successes. You shake off both its dark influence and the rats. You tumble to the ground and the horde of rats chases you as you run. Devilish laughter follows you. Your turn ends. Okay, no reward for doing that, but we got out. So, check out the Rat Palace. The garden is overrun with rats. A veritable army of rats blocks your entry to the mansion itself. Only the path to the chapel is somehow clear. Well, that won't do. I'm going to fight with might alone. Let's use an effort die. These rats might be a little bit tough. I only need a 6 though, don't I? 4, 5, 6. Just got enough. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, because I get +1 from the dog. You hack and you slash, and the rats come in waves, each more ferocious than the previous one. Finally, you're victorious. The remaining rats flee to their king. It looks at you from a distance and gives you a bow utterly devoid of respect. You respond with the same and notice a simple talisman lying at your feet. Gain a strength and a talisman, number 6. Okay, so what's this talisman? +3 successes in a test where you got none. That's okay. And then, the rats in the garden are gone for now. The path to the chapel looks welcoming. The mansion itself, less so. I think, let's see what's going on in this mansion. So it's a green test that's I'm not as good at. Let's spend an XP. Let's make it so 6 and 5 for this, I think. And then, will I use the effort die? Yeah, let's use the effort die. 6, 8. Okay, didn't need the effort die. Got 3 successes. The hall is full of rotting remains of past lives. You search in silence to avoid drawing attention, hoping to find anything of worth. Most of what you find is crumbling and decrepit, but you dig up a tool of some sort. You take a closer look after you get out of here. Should we search further? I don't know when to quit. I haven't got effort die anymore. I reckon we're going to get chased out here with nothing. 4 is just 1 success. You trip over a broken chair. and the rotten wood breaks. The sound attracts many, many rats. Too many to fight. You run, in panic, back to the light. Your turn ends. So, yeah, I've left whatever it is in there. Should have just got out. So I think we need to go somewhere else. I don't think we're going to find the answer here. I could look up on this space and see what this is. You'd think a watchtower would be easy to find, wouldn't you? Although it said the watchtower in the west. Okay, let's get moving. Let's go back to the... Okay, so 2 spaces away is the convent garden or the chapel. We had a look in the garden, didn't we? The chapel is empty, but we might as well do something this turn. Let's take a moment to meditate. Your sins feel like a burden in this place of worship. Why did you come here, sinner? Exhaust one of your dice is bad. I thought it was giving me something good. Let's fight the Chapel of Rats. I've got no items. I get 4, which is increased to 5 by the dog, which is 3 successes. Figures of saints watch with emotionless eyes as you spill vermin blood in the chapel. Some hours and many painful bites later, your work is done. Novices will have to clean that up. Gain an XP. Okay. The chapel is serene again. So just after we've been forgiven all of our sins, we're evil. Let's steal that holy water. There is just enough to fill your flask. Item 9. Reroll any number of dice. Okay, the chapel is serene again. Let's leave. So it's a new day. We can make it to the west. And we can chase off the rats a little bit. Let's go over to them. The large barn. The fields to the west of the village were bustling with activity just days ago. Now with harvest done, they're silent. The barn is swarming with a huge infestation of rats. This one may be the largest you have seen yet. This fight will be hard. A strange faint fog has gathered over the shorn field. And a stone circle towers over a broken bridge. Well, there's no room for that. 19. Okay. Oh, here we go. An old watchtower stands to the west. So next turn could be the end. Right then. So I think, can we go on the rats? We can go on the rat swarm. Or, what is it? The infested barn's going to be a tough fight. What do you reckon? Big rat swarm, tough rat fight in the infested barn, or just have a frolic in the shorn field. What do you reckon? Oh yeah, the holy water probably could have banished the devil. Yeah, it did ask me, didn't it, if I had an item for it. Yeah, that probably would have got rid of that. I reckon you're right. It's like, is there going to be some test at the watchtower that's going to need me to save some dice? The shorn field. You got it. Let's visit the shorn field. Oh! You look into the fog, certain you saw someone moving, and again, there. But it's not a man. It's a ghostly figure, barely more solid than the mist itself, dressed like a warrior of old. It beckons you to follow him. Follow him, or take a nap in a haystack? I think we went off to frolic in a field. Let's take a nap in a haystack. You lay down comfortably in the fog, and after a short time you doze off. A vision of roaring flames wakes you before you get to rest properly. Exhaust one of your dice, but then gain a lore. Let's go from 10 to 9. Hey, Paul. I would say after our multiplayer game, we didn't like it at all. Well, we liked the story and stuff, but competitive really frustrated us. But the solo game, I'm on explore mode as well, which is a bit kind of... There is time pressure. There's stuff happening in the story as I'm messing about. but there's a challenge mode where there is a fairly strict timer on what you need to do. So I'm not playing with that. But yeah, it's been a laugh, kind of just making stupid choices as well, and seeing how they affect us. So let's follow this ghost then. So I need to do a book skill check. The skill checks work quite nicely as well, I think. I've got no effort dice to expend. I need 6 to get anything. Do I want to spend some XP? Let's spend my XP and bring this 9 down to a 7. Yeah, who plays solo games this day and age, right? 8. Oh, so it's 3 successes. I think 3 successes should be enough to follow a ghost. You enter the fog and see many more silhouettes moving on the edges of your vision. You are soon surrounded by a ghostly battle, in which warriors of old relive their last fight. Your guide beckons you to follow him further to the old standing stone. Your ghostly guide gestures towards the stone, clearly showing you something, but what? Okay, I'll give you the choice. Attack the ghost, or try and understand what he's saying. I know what I would normally pick, but who decided to be an evil woodsman. Yeah, I think it's a lot more fun kind of playing it on stream as well. And being egged on to make bad decisions. Which I might be keen just to get to the end of the stuff. And find out, but are you voting attack the ghost ball? We've got a vote for each. Who can break this tie? Who can break this deadlock? Because I know what I would pick. But again, we're an evil woodsman. But are ghosts evil? Is it an evil ghost? If it's an evil ghost, maybe we want to understand it. Although maybe that's a double negative and we would want to extra attack it. Understand? Okay. Let's try and understand what the ghost is saying. We need a book check again. I don't have anything that can help me. I can re-roll. And if I get nothing, we can get 3 successes. Let's go. Okay. Double 1. Let's spend the talisman. I got no successes, so let's make that 3 successes. 1, 2, 3. I think the program for the apps worked quite nicely as well, hasn't it? Over the course of the game. I haven't done this before, I don't think. When I used to stream on a laptop, which was a Mac, so it's a lot easier to just plug iPads in and stuff there. That is fair enough, Lee. Yeah, you're a lot more reasonable. When I just make the decisions myself, just like charge into the rats. There, beneath the stone, you find a small opening, and in it, an ancient knife. It's cleaner and sharper than anything this old has any right to be. The fog and ghosts are gone. An obsidian knife. 37. It's nice, like, kind of presenting a story as well. Like, when I did those streams around Christmas of the fighting fantasy game. It's nice as well, because mainly reading out story and not trying to, as much as I love impossible Euro games, giving the brain a bit of a relax. Okay, we can't frolic in the fields anymore. New day, new effort die. Okay then, what do you reckon? Big tough rat fight in the infested barn, or the watchtower for potentially the final countdown? What do you reckon? Yeah, you helped me get treasure. I would never have found that obsidian knife, and I'm glad that I spent the talisman because you can only have 5 items. I'll say that one thing you can say about a lot of app-based games, that like a lot of the actual map stuff that's out here, it's lovely having the minis and the icons and it's all there to reference and stuff. But yeah, you do kind of spend a lot of the time looking at the app and your player board rather than the actual big board that's out here, I would say. Oh yeah, the obsidian knife. After each test where your roll total is 5 or more, refresh 2 dice. Perfect. And yeah, perfect if the White Walkers show up. But maybe that's what's waiting for us at the Watchtower. So what do you reckon? Big tough rat fight. Go see what our destiny holds at the Watchtower. Glad I got all this money, right? Or do we run off to the blacksmith? Give him a load more money. He's the only shop that we found in this scenario, isn't he? Well, there's still more locations we didn't go to. Still people in the locations that we did visit that we never went to. We never saw what the bishop had to say. Probably had to say, help, there's rats in here. The watchtower. Let's see. Explore tile 62. Yes. High above the river, bordering the woods, is the place known as the Overlook. The healer's hut stands at the edge of the wood. The healer had some beef with the witch, didn't he? Oh yeah, less than or equal to 5. That makes more sense rather than you got a good roll. Here's even more rewards. So the watchtower. Okay, so we can talk to the healer and try and mend his relationship with the witch, or we can go on to the watchtower. Game of Thrones spoilers. I gave up long before season 8. At a certain point, though, it's one of my favourite things. The books will come one day, though. I've still got faith. It's going to be great. And it's been so many years since I read the last one. It'd be like reading a load of them fresh. Healer. Let's go. Okay, the healer's got a trade stack. Here's where all the money gets spent. I'll buy it all. And then watch the watchtower warden need a load of money. Herbs, alcohol, torch. Okay. So we can speak on behalf of the witch or ask him about an item. But let's have a look at the items that she's selling. So, discard this to get a strength skill point for each other item you own. Oh, we are full up on items, so I'll have to discard stuff if I want stuff here. +1 success in each test this turn. We know what alcohol does. Herbs +40 your roll total. So, even though we've got all of this money, yeah, I don't know that we want to lose items that we've got to do this. Let's speak on behalf of the witch. So I need a blue check for that. I'm going to save my die in case I need to do something in the watchtower. So blue check, 5, 6, 7 for my successes. 2 isn't good. So no successes, but I do refresh 2 dice. She cursed me just for speaking my mind. No, I will not forgive her that easily. He might be miserable, but he seems entirely determined to stay that way. This will take some more convincing. Gain an XP. Let's ask him about let's ask him about the dog. The farmer near the eastern field has been looking for a new sheepdog. We can't have him. It's my dog. Okay, I don't think any of those items are going to be particularly useful for the final thing. I think we've got loads of stuff that can help us already. So I'm going to end that turn. We can't refresh an effort die. I've got them all. So I think the thing to do is, yeah, you brought your dice lock with you, Paul. Visit the watchtower. Oh, speaking of story stuff as well, I've got Van Ryder Games do these. They're called GNA, like Choose Your Own Adventure books, and there's a new Kickstarter starting soon. I'm not kind of part of that Kickstarter. I've been sent an old one, but it looks really cool. You're building up like a Wild Wild West town, and that is why I chose it. It was my second choice because of its Wild Wild West connotations. The other one, which is kind of stuck in the US, I think, and they couldn't send me, was like you run a theme park, which, if you see me bleating on about theme park games in the last few months, you know how obsessed I am with that. But I thought, how would that work in a Choose Your Own Adventure game? Maybe we'll find out one day. But anyway, the watchtower. Enough of this delaying. This stone tower has served the road wardens in these parts for years. Now with the bridge gone, the gruff warden seems lonely and frustrated at his own uselessness. Mind you, I'm not taking part in your silly quest, he says, but I might still be of some assistance to a friend. Cheer him up. Listen to the howling wind. Ask him about your destiny. Complete the sacrifice. Is that what I'm doing? Yes. Or let him teach you to be more agile for 3 coins. I think let's start off. Teach you to be more agile for 3 coins. Yes. Yes. I want to gain a skill point at 8. I don't know if that's going to do me any good now. Oh, I haven't... Oh, they're in the bag. You had to buy yours, Paul. Well, I've only got one. And I think it had to be one of the ones that they had in an EU warehouse. So I've got... Your Town, is it called? But it sounds like... Rather than... I suppose it'll still be an adventure, but building up a town in the Wiki Wild Wild West. Gotta be cool, hasn't it? Okay. So... I assume you'd like to see some of the other options rather than just pressing the Destiny. Let's try cheer him up! With kind words or something to soothe his soul. We should have got the alcohol. Yeah, we want Salma Hayek as a friend. We want Artemis Clyde helping us out. Fight Loveless and his giant spider. Thanks for being here, Paul. Maybe we should watch... It's movie night tonight. Maybe we should watch Wild Wild West. I haven't watched Wild Wild West for, like, 15 years or so. I'm worried at what we might find. Although I remember it being really cheesy. Knowingly cheesy at the time. I was like 12 when it came out. 11. Yes. Enjoy curry, Paul. What and when are you streaming tonight, Paul? For anyone that doesn't know in the chat. Paul's from Gaming Rules, by the way. In case you're unfamiliar. You Twitchers, join Paul on YouTube tonight. So I don't think I've got anything to soothe his soul. Let's try and cheer him up with some kind words. I've got some XP. Let's use an effort die. Let's really try and cheer him up. 6 and an automatic success is 2 3 successes. As you console him, he seems to gain a little confidence. You know what? I might not be able to do much here, but I know something you might use. He tells you what he saw when he was investigating the fallen bridge. He swears he saw some devilish form leading rats to a lair under one of the supports. I'll be watching you from my watchtower, friend, he adds, and if I see you run into trouble, I'll do my best to help you. Oh, that's cool. So we could probably run down there and need help if I failed at something. Gain an XP, refresh one of your things. Thanks, James. Paul's probably already off cooking that curry. But yes, he is streaming The Magnificent at 8 PM. British summertime. And The Magnificent is... It's not just a name. It's a magnificent game. Absolutely fantastic. Hello, friend. How fares your quest? Let's listen to the wind. Another blue check. Let's use another effort die. And I've got 2 XP, I think. Let's make it 4 and 5 instead of 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 7. Didn't need to do that. 3 successes. You hear a sound like a slow heartbeat in the wind and water. It's familiar and reassuring. Refresh one of your skill dice. Good, I just spent one. Okay then, so I guess let's ask him about the Destiny. You have sacrificed enough enemies. Head to the watchtower. I'm here. I did cover the Magnificent, actually. I did a 2-player playthrough for the original game. They could find on the channel when it first came out. And I did one not long ago, a few months ago, a solo playthrough with the snow expansion on it as well. So 2 whole playthroughs. It is an incredible... Paul doing solo. It's an incredibly snappy, quick solo game. I mean, mine was edited down, so there's obviously thinking time cut out. But it was like half an hour when I cut it down. I was shocked. So, let's find out. Complete the sacrifice. There is no stopping now. It is time. The wind strengthens and the earth trembles. All is ready. You begin. Finale. As your grandfather taught you, you carve the symbols into the earth around you. You start the ceremonial fire. The heartbeat returns, drumming in your head, making it difficult to concentrate. There are voices in the wind now. They plead for release. Choose the offering. Speak the words. Spill your blood. Choose the offering. What's that mean? I could offer you an obsidian knife. I could offer you some holy water. Oh. What? You feel as if hours have been passed. You think you're ready, but precious time has been lost. Is this sense of anticipation yours, or does it come from something else? Lose the knife. That was a bad thing to do. Luckily, we're not playing against someone. Finale. So renew the flames with a green check, or take time to prepare with a blue check. I suppose renew the flames. We don't want them to flicker and die. With words of power. I don't have fire of my own. So, with words of power, we need a green check. So spend some XP. I can re-roll the dice. But let's bring this down to a 7 and this down to a 4 with my XP. Yeah, maybe I should have offered the dog. We can use... I think there's going to be another skill check. I'll use 1 die. We can re-roll with holy water if worst comes to worst. 7 and a success. 3. Oh no. 4. 5 successes. And the most it could ever be is 6. It says in the rules. You write the symbols of power in the sand. When did you learn them? No matter. They come to you as you write. The earth shakes. Somewhere in the distance, a bell tolls. In the woods, something is roaring loud enough for the entire valley to hear. Rats run in panic, those closest to the river jumping to their death. Your turn ends. Okay. Get a die back. We're still here. The trees flail their branches in spurts of uncontrollable growth. The devils scream in pain and run, seeking shelter. There is none. In the distance you hear the shrieks as thorns rip the hellish beasts apart, but something still stands blocking the awakening. The bells of the convent ring, calling for help, and as they do, a luminous being stands before you, seething with holy rage. It's got to be a strength check, hasn't it? Fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. Because my strength's great. I suppose Books isn't far behind, but with my dog gives me +1 for the strength check. I'm going to do an effort die. 4, 5, 6, which is boosted to 7, which is 4 successes. 4. Confirm. No mortal could have matched it. But now, a power that even heaven must respect flows through you. You fight it atop the cliff, or rather, something fights it through you. You don't remember much, but as you regain your senses, it's gone. Despite the howling winds, despite the earth shaking, you feel in control. Now it's time to call him forth in his place of rest. Reach out toward him. Where is his place of rest? Did it tell us this? I don't remember if it did. Oh, somebody definitely told me something about... The man told us a story, didn't he? I should have written it down. Where did he say? I'm going to go with you, chat. Let me know where you think his resting place is. You've got as much chance of guessing as I have. Well, we've got 1 in 3, haven't we? Was it the orchard? I don't remember anyone saying it about the cliff. Did they say it about the town? What is buzzing over here? Nothing important, by the way. More food app-based football things. I assume there is football. We go Orchard. Orchard feels right. I don't remember what the man said at all. It was like an hour ago, wasn't it? Or more. Yeah, something about a stone. Let's say the Orchard. I'm willing to go with you on that. A sacred site in the Orchard where harvest celebrations were performed for generations. You meditate on it, but nothing happens at first, and then something reaches out to you, but not from there. It's distant. You need more blood to sacrifice. Your turn ends. Okay, get an effort die back. So yeah, in a competitive game, this would be bad, because other people could be on their finales at this point, as you're forgetting. You must have done something wrong. As the ritual progresses, A sudden gust of wind knocks you to your knees. The earth shifts and your glyphs start to crumble. What else needs to be done? Draw your own blood. Let's go. 1 effort die again. 3, 5, and a success. So that's boosted to 6 by the dog. So that is 5 successes. The deed comes easily to you, and the blood flows freely. You feel no pain, only joy from the ancient power that surrounds you. So I lose a green and 2 reds. I think I'll go up to 3 here. And let's lose a green there. Not too bad. You speak the name a final time. The rumbling ends. All is silent. No rats, no devils, no church bell, no angel. You witness beauty. In the early day of autumn, it seems like summer has briefly returned. The fields are golden again, as if not yet harvested. Around the old standing stones and shrines, flowers bloom, alive with the buzzing of bees. The crowd gathered at the cursed feast, free of their spell, looks around in confused joy. With a wide smile, you march toward the town, already thinking how to begin the story. In the distance, at the edge of the woods, you think you see a tall figure. You're almost certain it gives you a nod of gratitude before disappearing. You win! Is the man talking now? I don't think he's talking. Okay. Is he talking? Or is that just some crackling sound effects? I'll turn them off either way. The town of Sho has been transformed. Gone are the crosses and chapels, and where they once stood, sacred trees grow again. The standing stones have been restored, and in their shadows, ancestral celebrations take place, like in days of old. Most have embraced the old ways, in clear understanding to whom they owe their survival. News of the famine ravaging other lands was met mostly with disbelief. If Skjo overcame it, how terrible could it be elsewhere? The following years were prosperous for Skjo, as the old god rewarded his faithful with bountiful harvests and nature's innumerable gifts. Not all, of course, wanted to submit. Alas, no chronicle recounts how the town fared when some years later the pestilence came. Such was her conquest that few were left with the strength to pen proper chronicles. End scenario. So that, I did enjoy playing Destinies. Alright, I know, I'll make a video for you. Yes, okay. Let's not take me there right now. Bring up all of that stuff. Bring up my app screen. You see all of Rachel's games and stuff that she plays. So, there we go. That is Destinies, the first main chapter of the game. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our epic quest through the town of Skjo and its strange inhabitants. There's still stuff, of course, that we didn't explore. If you went through it, then if you went through as the woodsman and chose this as your destiny, yeah, you would have a lot of knowledge of what to do in this. But there are 3 characters that you can play, maybe more in expansions, I don't know. And they each have 2 destinies that can be completely different. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back streaming wise. Yeah, that's it for this week, isn't it, in terms of videos? Next week, there will be more streaming. There will be a Sleeping Gods stream. There will be an Imperium stream, quite possibly, with David Tortsey trying to make me like fighting, which isn't going to happen. But hey, give it a go. And I like playing Imperium. It's great. What else is there going to be? There is going to be Arcosa, a Kickstarter that is starting very soon. There's going to be a full playthrough of that. There's going to be a playthrough of Paladins of the West Kingdom, which I need to go and edit now. And possibly more. I did Mercado de Lisboa this morning. Hopefully there'll be time to do all of that. What I'm trying to say is there'll be a lot of stuff. There'll be some streams I'm really excited about, especially Sleeping Gods. Things take me ages to get around to, and we had to finish our campaign and then get the thing filmed and edited. Oh yes, thanks Joel. Gloomhaven Digital as well. I have bought it. I've sent Paul the proof. He doesn't know when he's going to be doing it, but yes, there's going to be some Gloomhaven Digital that I'm going to be horning in on. Hopefully, unlocking some of my faves in there. But yeah, I'm really excited to play some more Sleeping Gods because, yeah, I really enjoyed going through the solo of Destinies, but Sleeping Gods, it's a bit of a pain because it's a book and stuff rather than just a quick app. I mean, in terms of streaming it, but I think it's going to be so good. I think you'll really enjoy it if you want to see some Sleeping Gods. But I am going to go stay in this boiling hot room and edit a playthrough, hopefully, in time before dinner. I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this. I'll see you next week for more board gamey goodness. Like the video, comment on it. It's all done thanks to the Patreon. Thank you very, very much, patrons. That's, I know, are in the chat at the moment. Oh, the bar's changed colour, hasn't it? Why's that happened? That's from me messing about earlier with something else. Thank you very much for being here, though. I will finally end the stream. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.